doing today? Good morning. Good morning, everyone. This is Paris from Mount Eliza, Wednesday, 7th of February. 17th of February, sorry, I missed the one. There's Laura in the background saying good morning to everyone. I think she wants to come over. Oh, I've just sat on a wet pillow. Must have been moist in a bit wet last night in Mount Eliza. Come on, Laura, you want to say good morning to everyone? How is everyone today? Now, I might as well sit on it. Oh, that's all right. How is everyone today? How are you, Laurie? How's my beautiful girl today? You wanna come? You wanna have some? I think Laurie wants some of my celery juice. I'll turn the camera around. Let me turn it around. You want some of my celery juice, Laurie? You want some of my yummy celery juice? What's going on there, Laurie? She's being a bit mischievous this morning. Talking about, good morning, Nala. How are you today? Good morning. So hi to everyone, Nala, for us. Now, so I've got the sun in my eyes. I should turn around so I don't keep squinting and looking like Popeye for you guys. I'm going to take this stupid cushion off because it's wet. I think there must have been something wet last night. It must have been a bit damp. Now, friends, talking about mischievous, you can have some of my celery juice there, Laurie. You want to have some of my celery juice? Is everyone drinking their vitamins this morning? Because we know we need it, right? We know we need it, especially, friends, talking about mischievous. I was saying, Kalimera, Kalimera, Antonia pti Crete. I'm saying, I'm talking Greek to my friend in Crete. He just said good morning in Greek here. Kalimera, Antoni. Είναι αργά εκεί πέρα. Τι είναι, 12 μεσάνυχτα? Καλημέρα, καλημέρα και καλό βράδυ και καλό ξημέρωμα. Okay, everyone, now listen, talking about mischievous. Those mums out there, because let's face it, in Australia, women have been conditioned to be mothers, wives, lovers, cooks, cleaners, workers, psychologists, psychics, everything we've been conditioned to be. So those mums out there, the single mums especially, and especially women who have children with Asperger's or autism or other behavioural issues. I don't know how you're managing these days. It's very hard to have the kids at home, very, very hard. So friends, what you got to do is you got to really pump in those vitamins to those children. You got to force it down their freaking throat, right? This is pure celery. I love the flavour. I've got no problem with the taste. It's pure with the leaves and all, right? Leaves of the celery and the stalks. Wash them well to get rid of any debris, any soil and things that's stuck inside. You okay, Laurie? You want to come up to Mummy? Ella, come up to Mummy. I think she wants to come up to Mummy. Ella, Ella. Ella. Now, friends, so mums and women, I don't know how you're managing with the kids. All I can say is you've got to enforce your own routine. You've got to force them because these things that were going on in Melbourne, the rest of the world is going to go on for a long time. So if your kids don't eat well and don't drink well, they're going to have problems with their health and their behaviour. You're going to have problems, right? Oh, sorry, Laurie Moore, you want to come over? She's just sitting over here. Right, so I want to commend all the mums out there who are trying very, very hard. And also all the single dads who are looking after kids, and any coupled dads where the wife or the partner may be working and the dad is at home. It's the same thing, just that mainly it's women out there. Now friends, you know every day that I get a keyword clairvoyantly, right? Intuitive clairvoyantly, whatever you want to call it. Word is clairvoyantly. So this morning I got the keyword of holograms. Do you know what a hologram is? I think I've got a courier at the door. If I hear the doorbell, I reckon I've got a courier. I order things online, I hate shopping. So, except of course if it's fruit for my baby children, if it's fruit for the babies. Okay, Laurie Mo? Holograms. If you don't know what a hologram is, just do a Google or DuckDuckGo, punch in hologram, H-O-L-O-G-R-A-M. Holograms have been around for a long time, at least a couple 100 years. So what it is that You're seeing my celery juice here, right? How do you know if it's real or if it's not a hologram? So hologram is, how can I explain it without, I didn't get my hologram book out. It's like an x-ray. A hologram is something, it's like a laser beam is projecting an image or words or person or anything onto anything, anywhere, and it's not 3D, you can't touch it. You think you can, you can't. If you Google Elvis, remember Elvis Presley, hologram, you'll see what I mean. They had a stage, music in the background and other people singing, and they had an image of Elvis singing, and you would have thought he was really there. But of course he died in the 70s, so they say. All right, are you okay there, Laurie? You okay, good girl? She just wants a bit of love. What's the matter, Laurie? You don't look very happy. Ella Gapimo, you want to come over? She just wants a bit of cuddles. So that's the key word of today's hologram, and why I'm saying it, because I believe firmly that they are going to put holograms, more holograms into our lives, around us, and they already have done so. And they can do that with politicians, they can do that with actors, they can do that with singers, they can do that with anything, with anyone. They can also do it with religious figures. Yeah, because what they know is, they know at the moment there's still a lot of people still have this innate, inbuilt, well, from their families, fear of religion. Right? If you do something wrong, you're going to hell. It's all bullshit. It's all bullshit. No one's going to hell. Well, those with no soul are going to hell, that's for sure. Right? You okay, Laurie? So they're saying, how else now can we convince people to get vaxxed? How can we convince people to listen to us? How can we convince people to do what we tell them to do? They're going to put holograms of religious leaders, all sorts of religious leaders that people follow. So people can say, well, if Jesus said we can do it, that means it's a good thing, right? And others are saying, if Buddha says or such and such says, we should do it. This is how they're going to get a lot of people who are naive, because it is this naivety, to do whatever they tell them to do. Through holograms. Come here, Lord. So they can do holograms of anything. There's nothing they can't do holograms of. I reckon there's still a lot of oh, she wants to go up. Come on, Laurie, let's go. She wants to go up. Come on. She wants to go up on the tree again. Hang on a second. She wants to go up on the tree. That's right, Agapimo. You okay, Agapimo? Bravo. So, Agapimo means my love in Greek. And bravo means, well, you know what bravo means? Bravo, good girl. Good, or whatever. So, holograms. Look out for holograms and look out for anything. Even the sky might be a hologram. The sky might be a hologram. There may be something above the blue that we're seeing that they don't want us to see. So this may be a hologram. The clouds might be a hologram, right? You can't, I don't think you can touch a hologram. You can't touch it. So that was the key word that I got today clairvoyantly, holograms. Google them. Hi Rebecca, how are you? Lovely to hear you on board. It's a hologram video with the Pope a while ago and it just disappeared. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness, Rebecca. Listen, darling, if that video is online, send it through to me via private message, would you? Otherwise, I'll try and find it. But they do holograms. And I'm 100% sure that there were holograms of Joe Biden, Donald Trump, Melania, and all them. 100%. They weren't, because you could tell that they weren't looking the same all the time. Now, we don't always look the same, depending on our moods. Like sometimes you'll see me looking harder. Sometimes you'll see me looking softer, more cuter, more harder, like I said. It depends. Not cute as in cute. You know what I'm saying, right? Sweeter. Right? And talking about, so look out for holograms. They do that because these people or situations are either not real or the people really somewhere else and they don't want to face the people. And I'm thinking, why doesn't Andrews do a hologram? Because he's got the media around him, right? And the media will be able to tell if he's a hologram or not, right? Because the media, like we know, is stupid and naive. Yes, a lot of them are paid off. They're still stupid. Anyway, so holograms are really important. It's come to me very strong. And you know that I dream every night. I have full-on dreams. Most of my dreams come true. I've been like that from a little girl when I went, because I'm here in Victoria in Melbourne, and primary school from grade 1 to grade 5, I went to Brighton Street School, which is where I used to live, in Brighton Street in Richmond, one of my houses. Good morning, Fatina. How are you, darling? And there was a school just up the road from our house called Brighton Street School in Richmond. That's the name of a street, Brighton Street. It's near the Yarra River, right? It's on that end, not North Richmond Drugs end, the other end. And I remember it was, so I went up to grade 5. In grade 6, I went to St. Ignatius. My parents sent me to St. Ignatius in Richmond, up Church Street Hill. They sent me there grade 6 at a Catholic school, so it was easier for me to get into Vaucluse College right next door, the Catholic school there. I'm not Catholic, but it was a better school than Richmond Girls and Richmond High, right? Well, courses-wise and all that shit, you know, with regards to subjects and things. So when I was in grade 6, I passed Pat, the lollipop guy. His name was Pat, in Brighton Street. I must have had a day off from school, something happened, and he was still at the lollipop at Brighton Street, and I said, Pat. And I remember I had a dream that there was a bomb at the Brighton Street School. And Pat said, oh, interesting. He said there was a bomb scare. There was a bomb scare at the school. And of course it wasn't on the news, it wasn't on the internet, anything like that. I don't know who would do a bomb scare at the school then. I don't know why. But anyway, so I remember from young, so I was around 11, yeah, because my birthday's in November. It's 11 and a half, and that I remembered from then, and then a lot of my dreams would come. So last night what I dreamt was, I dreamt of, in Melbourne here we have a suburb called Oakley, and it's like Little Greece, Little Athens, right? Little Greece. And I dreamt that all the cafes there, though it didn't look like that area, it didn't look like that. It looked more like, anyway, it didn't look like that street there, Eaton Hall. And I dreamt it was full of people, of patrons, eating, drinking or whatever. That all the cafes and restaurants were full of people. And I said, that's interesting, considering we have the lockdown. It's still today, Wednesday, we have the lockdown, right, in Victoria. But friends, don't be fooled, because if you look at the fine print, we may not be out of lockdown, but there are still strong restrictions. So it's the same shit. It's the same thing. They're still trying to restrict us. We should not be restricted as human beings. No people should be restricted. No animals should be restricted. Right? So that was my dream. So let's see what happens. You okay there, Laurie? Laurie's a bit mischievous. I know what she wants. She wants her grasses. Anyway, so I better let you guys go, because children come first. My parrot children come first. Make sure you have your vitamins this morning. I know it's very hard to eat and drink perfect. If you're not eating right, you're not drinking right, but at least if you can start getting onto juices, pure celery juices here. If you don't like the taste, have celery stalks, eat them raw, or mix them with other juices, with other fruits. Don't worry about powders and that. You don't need powders and things like that, and it's all crap. Just fruit juices is okay, and this isn't organic. I'm not paying $10 for fucking celery bunch. It's just ridiculous. That's a celery a day, $50, $70 a week. Come on, right? That's just ridiculous, the prices. Anyway, so Laurie's coming down again. So just have that in mind, friends. Be very careful of holograms. Be very, very careful, because they're going to now, we're seeing that people are pushing back with what's happening in the world. And Sky News is disgraceful, just as disgraceful, especially Andrew Bolt. Andrew, you are missing a few bolts. I think that's why you've got it in your name, because you're missing a few bolts up here. What you said yesterday on the news and what you've been saying is just terrible. Just terrible. Shame on you. Liberal are pushing vaccinations, and are pushing for the plan, for the world plan. I'm still waiting for someone to lead us, those of us who are not naive, those of us who have left and right brain working, those of us who know what's going on. I'm still waiting for the leaders to come out for that. Still waiting for the leaders. And I'm not talking, they're not going to be religious leaders, no. We don't want any more cults. We had enough online cults last year. We're still, the remnants are still hanging around this year a bit online. That's all right, Laurie. Can you see her there? This is Laurie's tree, you see. I don't know if you can see her there. Where is she? That's her wind chime there. Can you see it? They're just near the wind chime there. Can you see it? Right, she wants to go to the grasses, friends. Hang on, Laurie, just let me scull down my celery juice. Why I scolded is I don't want any bugs in it. Oh, okay. Come on, Laurie, let's go. Let's turn it around to Laurie here. Come on, Agapimo, let's go to your grasses. Laurie, do you like your new Valentine's wind chime I got you? Come on, Laurie, let's go. Come on, Laurie, I've got to give you some colloidal silver. You're not looking very well. Come on, darling. She's not looking very well, I can tell. She's a bit flat. I don't know, it could be the weather too. Sometimes the heat does it to them. It's going to be, I think, again today, 31 Celsius. It's going to be warm. Come on, Laurie, let's go to the grasses. Come on. Come on, Agapimo, let's go to the grasses. Come on, she thinks I want to take her in. And see, she comes when she wants to come, stays when she wants to stay. Oh, look at these beautiful flowers down here. Aren't they beautiful? I haven't seen them before. In here, see, this is Laurie's little angels down here. Little angels always protecting us. And the magical strong dragon. Don't worry, I'm not a reptilian. And there's Merlin the wizard there with his magic. So I've got a bit of everything. I've got your Chinese, I've got your angels, your metaphysical angels, and I've got your magic Merlins. And there's the unicorn still having a rest this morning. Come on, Laurie. Come on, Laurie. Come on, Laurie, let's go. Let's go, Laurie, come on. Come on, let's go for some grasses. Come on, darling. Come on, darling, come on. Oh, she doesn't want to go. All right, she wants to go and hide in that tree. Anyway, everyone, just want to say good morning and remember holograms. Be very, very wary of holograms. Love you all, friends. Thanks for listening. Have a fabulous morning in Australia. Have a great evening if you're in Greece, Europe, America, some parts of America. And let's open our minds and be aware of what's around us. So let's not just take everything for face value. Never take anything for face value. Love you all. Sending you sunshine. Bye. Kalimera, kalinikta, au revoir. Ciao.